What's up, fam? So this week we are going to be getting into understanding us being single while we're in a relationship. I know some of y'all be like, "What? How you gonna be single in a relationship?" Oh, it could be a one-sided relationship where you're giving and they're not. Those kind of relationships. You're single, but you're in a relationship. And I'm going to give you 5 top signs that you can tell you are single in a relationship. All right? But I want to thank y'all so much. Everything has been going so good. I love my ratings. They're going up. I appreciate all of y'all who have studied and came in doing the wisdom talks. I love y'all so much. Y'all helping me out. I love y'all so much. I know that, right? Oh yeah, and I want to give a big shout out and thanks to everybody who contacted me after the event for the Healing Souls channel requesting the information and the workbook. I truly appreciate you guys. I didn't think anybody would pay any attention, but hey, y'all got my bag and I love it. Just like I will have y'all, all right? But this week, yes, I want to just step in there. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be taking a couple of weeks off. We're coming towards the end of the year, which is like next month, next week, yep. Anyway, I'm going to be taking a break, guys. So, you might be seeing some repeated, videos or whatnot. Your girl need a break. She got to get prepared for next year. I got to get these eyelashes off my eyeballs. So, yeah, why don't you guys go ahead and check out this week's 5 signs that you are single while in a relationship. All right? The couple. Share and share like, well, what happens with your partner is not sharing? They're not giving half and half, or even just a little bit. They're breadcrumbing you. What happens when your mate is no longer your mate? Makes you feel isolated, single, huh? Well, if they're not sharing, and look how this couple is sharing and feeding each other, then that means might be one sign that you're single in your relationship. A mate might feel like you're very much demanding. And when that happens, it's just like, why you gotta be all up in my business? Why? There should be a time when your mate gets to have their time and you get to have your time. But if you're demanding and frustrating with nagging, aggravating, always in your, why you all in my grill? If your mate feels as if you're demanding or you are demanding or you feel as if your mate is demanding, that might be one of the signs that you're single in a relationship. Y'all remember how in the beginning of the relationship, everything was just so beautiful and you kept your hands all over each other all the time, you know? And of course, as time went on, the same thing happened, but there was less talking, there was less touching, there was less feeling. And eventually, it stopped. All the touchy-feely things from the beginning of the relationship were no longer relevant. you realize that your mate, even though they love you or they say they do, will not commit. Has it been like 5 years now? Are we going to get married? Are we going to share our life together? And we're going to get a key to your home? Can I drive your car as well? If you're not doing any of these things, and it's been 5 years that y'all been together, you just might be single in your relationship. This person is not yet ready to commit. So what are you going to do? Wait around for them to figure it out? Or are you going to build your own self and move on? As I said before, all the good loving is in the beginning of the relationship. But if they're not ready to commit, that might be a sign that you are single in your relationship. Ever felt exhausted in your relationship? Like, it just seemed overbearing. It was just so much that was on your shoulders, and you just, frustrated. You're never happy when you come home. You feel as if your mate doesn't care. The relationship itself is exhausting. Ever felt that way? If you have, and you're in a relationship, you may just be single. Yep, another sign of being single in your relationship. Ever been stood up? Felt like you were alone in your relationship? Again, they didn't show. Makes you feel sort of insecure, right? Makes you feel as if something may be wrong with you. But in reality, your insecurities could possibly be a sign of being single. If your mate doesn't like to see you talking to others or being around others, they have a situation that they need to control on their own. So don't let your insecurities leave you single in a relationship. You're better than that. So those were 5 signs that you could possibly be single in a relationship. Did they resonate with you at any point? If so, get with me. We can talk about it, okay? For those of you who attended the wisdom chat or wisdom talk chat that we participated in last month, I wanted to just step in and say I appreciate all y'all. Y'all be giving me the bomb. I appreciate y'all. But we did do a chat, and the chat question was, were you the one that got away? And you guys came through and answered, so I want you guys to know what your answers was, and I'm going to film it here. All right, check it out. What's up, family? As you see, we are back, and the question of the week was, are you the one that got away? And here are your responses.
I love this question. I think any relationship that I had, I was the one that got away. There's been a few, but most of the relationships that I've had have always been very long term. They've never been short term, but was been in for years. So definitely I would say, if I was looking at the point of view from the person that I was no longer with, they would all say she was the one that got away. And the reason I say that is because I've grown with every experience. I've learnt from every relationship. And it's just fed me to be more content, peaceful and happy with who I am now. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your question. Yes, that is a good one. And I feel like this is a tricky question to answer because you don't want to come off as cocky or conceited. But when you know who you are as an individual and you know your worth and your value, I feel that, it's okay to speak about the topic. But to answer the question, yes, I was the one that got away from my previous relationship. And he sees that and he wants to give it a try, but it's just knowing your worth and knowing just the amount that you went through, you don't want to repeat that ever again. So, yeah, I think once you find that strength and you're able to push forward, it works out and they understand now.
I thank God for the trials and the tribulation. I thank God for favor and mercy. And yes, I was able to come to the realization God was able to shield me through my darkest times in life. So yes, I would say I'm one of the ones that got away from the hands of the enemy. Amen.
Having been married for 16 years, I'm happy that I am with my wife. Our marriage is stronger and continuing to get stronger. But when I look past to the previous relationships that I had, the truth of the matter is I don't know if I'm the one that got away, but I do know that that version of me is nowhere close to the version I am today. That version of mindset, of perspective, of attitude is nowhere compared to the maturity and the growth that I've experienced in my life. And so I'm so happy. I think that every so often we need to reevaluate where we are. And I think that every 10 years we need to just be evolving and growing and changing. And so I look back to even who I was at the beginning of my marriage to who I am now, and I'm so happy of that change. So am I the one that got away? Not for the missus.